Hey there, welcome back friends. In this video we will try to understand how to create a Spring Boot project using Maven. So this would be interesting. Let me get rid of this dashboard and I will also minimize outline and Spring Explorer. Alright, now let's navigate to File. We will click on New, and in here we have a couple of options like Spring Starter Project. Then there are like couple of more options, but we will go with the Maven project. Now in here we have this checkbox, create a simple project, skip archetype, and we will select this one. We will make use of a simple project and we will do everything step by step. So we will skip on it, we will click on next, and in here now we need to add couple of details. First of all is group ID. Now what is a group ID? Now definitely group ID, as the name suggests, is the ID for the group. Now friends, if you guys are not able to understand fully these concept of artifact ID, group ID and version, that's perfectly fine. Later down the line when we will grow old using Maven, definitely you guys will understand the usage of these terms. Alright, now moving forward, let us give the group ID as org.steadyeasy dot Spring Boot maybe. Now we will give the artifact ID as starter project. Alright, so this looks good, and now we will keep the version as it is. This is the first version, so we will keep it as 0.0.1 snapshot, and then finally let us give the name to this project. It would be 02.05, which is nothing but the naming convention which we follow. 02 stands for section 2, 05 stands for lecture 05, Spring Boot Starter. Alright, so this looks good. Let me click on finish. Now Maven has created this small little project in front of us, right? So this is cool, and if we check, we have like couple of things in here, and in fact Maven is creating this project, and here are like a couple of more things which Maven has just added. Now let us check this pom.xml file. If we open this file, there is like couple of content inside this file, and the content is related to our existing configuration, like the group ID, the artifact ID, version, and things like that. But as of now, there is absolutely nothing to do with Spring Boot. We have only given the name as Spring Boot Starter, but there is no dependencies added or things like that. First of all, let me format things a little. It will give us better view. Here is our file. Now friends, in order to make use of Spring Boot in our application, what we need to do is we need to add some configuration inside this pom.xml file. Let me show you the configuration. If we Google for Spring Boot Starter Maven project, then definitely we will get this particular search result, and the result would be from spring.io. Now in here we have couple of configuration. Now this search query is a little complicated to remember, so I have added a redirector in our website, which is steadyeasy.org/spring-boot-starter, and you will be redirected to the page where we have this tutorial. Now what exactly is this tutorial? We won't read anything out of it, but we will take help of this particular part where it says creating POM. Now in here, if we check, we have this particular parent node. Now what is a parent node? This is nothing but a parent project in which we have the configuration already done. These are like configurations which we can inherit. We can take the configuration from this parent project. Now friends, Spring Boot is opinionated, right? We already know like 80% of the scenario or 90% of the scenario which will be same in majority of the project, right? And for rest of the things we will configure, tweak our application a little, and our work would be done. So for getting this opinionated project implemented in our own application right away, we can make use of this parent project, which is nothing but Spring Boot Starter parent project, right? So we will simply copy this particular part. We will navigate to our project and we will add this configuration inside our project node and I will save this POM file. Now what happens is Maven will build our workspace, and if I right click and try to update our project by navigating to Maven update project, then definitely we would be able to see some changes. Alright, so the changes has been done. What was the change? Definitely the Java SE version was upgraded from 1.5 to 1.8. But where are the jar files which will be used for Spring Boot application? Now, in order to add the dependencies, again we will navigate to this particular article, and if we check, here are the dependencies. So if we copy this particular part, copy this and paste the dependencies in here and then save the pom.xml file, again Maven will update couple of things and the jars will be added. And here is the magic of Maven. Maven has added this node Maven dependencies, and if we check, there are like multiple jar files in here, and these are what we need to get started with Spring Boot. We need not to worry about dependencies or missing jars or things like that. We are all set and we can start coding right away. So how to code, how to program, how to start with a Spring Boot is something which we will see in detail in our forthcoming videos. And that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day and take care.